The Brazilian national team and Carlo Ancelotti released their 26-man squad for the World Cup. So they released their list yesterday and it's now official. But though some people are saying the list is not fair, that Carlo Ancelotti is not being unfair to Chelsea players for reason being told for not calling Andre Santos and João Pedro, and he didn't also call their legendary Thiago Silva, their defender. But then I don't think any of us knows better than Ancelotti. You get, you can't tell, you can't just justify that Carlo Ancelotti is being unfair because he dropped out João Pedro. You understand? He wants the best also for the Brazilian team. So if we were to check now, out of all attackers that were being called up, I don't think anybody is actually doing better than João Pedro according to stats, other than Igor Thiago, because it's only Igor Thiago of Brentford that is doing much more better than João Pedro according to stats. So you can't talk. Let's not even compare him with Neymar Jr., Vinicius Jr., Rafinha. You get, but attackers like Luis Enrique, Ryan, Martinelli, Matheus Cunha, Hendrick, I think João Pedro are doing much more better than them according to stats. You understand? So far this season, João Pedro is doing better than them. But then if you check, I don't really think he's being dropped down because of his stats. I think Carlo Ancelotti says that João Pedro is an injury-prone player, that he had an injury because according to reports, João Pedro was injured in a Brazil training session on 18th of May 2026 due to a hard tackle given to him by Casemiro. So I think this was the training that finalized the list for Ancelotti. You understand? That might be the final training, and João Pedro got injured. He had a muscle injury due to a tackle from Casemiro. So what are you saying? It might not be actually because of its performance, but because of the injury, and Ancelotti will not want to risk it. João Pedro is a good player, and he was also said to be injured last month, April 2026. So all these things, you don't know better than Ancelotti. Ancelotti is a tete man in this job, in this coaching team. He has gone far. So for him not to call João Pedro, he has his reason. João Pedro has 34 appearances, 15 goals and 5 assists. So making it 20 goals and assists so far this season. You understand? And Martinelli is even the worst. I don't even know why they call that Martinelli. Out of 29 appearances this season, he had just 1 goal. 1 goal and 3 assists. Wetin he even come? Martinelli should be even dropped off. You understand? And Igor Thiago is doing well. Igor Thiago is having the best start out of all of them. He's having the best start. 22 goals in 37 appearances and 1 assist. So that's making it 23 goals and assists so far this season. You get. Then Hendrick from Lyon is having 6 goals and 7 assists from 39 appearances. That's poor. João Pedro is doing better than Hendrick. While Luis Enrique from the Russian league is playing in the Zenit team, Zenit St. Petersburg, is having 5 goals and 6 assists this season from 40 appearances. 5. So I see why other people are feeling like João Pedro should be called up and not all these guys. But then I think it's maybe because of his injury. You understand? And Ryan from Bournemouth is having 5 goals and 2 assists from 13 appearances. While Matheus Cunha of Manchester United has had 10 goals and 2 assists from 33 appearances so far this season. So if you talk of stats, João Pedro is doing well. He's doing well. He's doing better than all these attackers. The only person I know is not doing better than is Igor Thiago. You get. Igor Thiago has more goals than him so far this season. But then nobody knows best. You understand? Ancelotti knows what he's doing and he knows best and he knows what's good for Brazil. So I wish them all the best. Good luck to João Pedro. Keep up the performance. Your time will come soon and be a great player that you are.